Hey y'all, this video is going to be solely based on our syllabus, so I hope that you go through and read every word on your own because I do not have time. This video thing will limit me to 15 minutes and I'm going to try to keep it even shorter. I will not have time to go through every piece of the syllabus, but you are responsible for being aware of what's in here. So take the time, to follow along with me and then go back and read everything and post any questions that you have in the frequently asked questions form at the top, or if it's personal, you can send it my way. So essentially, we're starting out, same thing you always see, exactly what you're going to learn in this class and what you're going to do. And I try to pair assignments with the learning outcomes. If an assignment isn't going to help you towards a learning outcome, I didn't assign it. I don't want you to have to waste your time with busy work. We are fully online this week, or I'm sorry, not this week, this whole semester. So you're going to be doing a lot of things, discussion videos like this one, but you'll have your face, projects. There's no group work, but you'll be responding to each other. But in doing that, be mature. There's going to be things that you see, that you read, that you don't agree with, that you staunchly don't support. This is college. Y'all are in 490, so you're pretty far along now. You know that there's things you will hear that you don't agree with. Be polite, be professional, okay? Take the opportunity to practice those professional skills that you're going to be using pretty soon. If discussions get disruptive, disrespectful, unkind, you'll be losing points for the assignments. I think I have here leave class. But we're not in class, you'll be losing points for the assignment. Let's see, I have my contact info here and my office hours. You will see in the slides that introduce myself, I actually decided to go a new route this semester and include my cell phone number. That is for very rare things. And I asked in the slides that you use that, I think something like 7:30 to 6 p.m. or something like that, like in workday hours. If you send me a text after work hours, you're not going to hear back from me till the next day. So it's just an additional way. If you're not at your computer but you have a question, you can reach me. I'm giving this a go. We'll see what happens. So be professional with the responsibility. But I do keep office hours on Tuesdays. Very occasionally I'm not there because I'm traveling, but usually I'm there. We have no textbooks, but I really want y'all to make an effort to be informed and stay informed. Whether you have something emailed to you each day about a field of your interest, as highlighted here, or you just check out the news and have a general idea of what's going on. This is going to make you a better networker and a better mingler when you can talk about different things that are happening in the world and talk about different things with different people you meet at the same event. You're going to be better for it and better off for it professionally. Okay. If there's anything I want you to read, it's going to be in Moodle. There's going to be lots of videos with those. Let's see. You do not have to job shadow, but if you did have to drive somewhere for an assignment, you got to transport yourself. It's a distance class. This breaks down the weight of everything that you're doing, all of your assignments. You'll see that the biggest component is a digital professional portfolio. Those of you going into marketing might find that even more valuable, but at least for the rest of you, it's a new way to kind of present and house your information that you can access, and you'll have general templates for everything you would need in a job interview in one place. You've got your grading. Be sure for audit, credit only, that sort of thing, that you're aware of your dates and deadlines. You can look at the academic calendar on Google, and if you kind of click that and link it to your calendar, those will pop up for you. If you do take this class by audit or credit only, you'll have to retake it later for a grade, but it might be the situation you find yourself in. Just follow the dates. Late assignments. I don't take late work. This summer I got a little lax and I paid the price for that. Things like, I was trying to upload my video discussion at 11:45 and it took till 12:01 to load. It's not going to fly. You shouldn't be waiting till 11:45 to post your video discussion, okay? Now, I do have this blurb here. If you feel you may be late, be professional and contact me prior to submission. Contacting me doesn't ensure that you're going to hear back from me immediately. It doesn't okay the late submission. It doesn't mean that I'm going to count it, okay? There would have to be very extenuating circumstances for me to count a late assignment. If your computer's dead before that, if Moodle's down, if you were throwing up 3 hours before it was due, those are not accepted. Plan ahead. And the best way to do this is take every due date in your syllabus, which you'll see later, and put it in your planner for a day or two ahead of time. That way you never run into trouble. You just look in that planner, oh, that's due today. You don't even stop and think, no, not really, I have longer. Just plan everything for a day or two ahead, okay, and protect yourself. No absence policies, obviously. Makeup work, again, this is going to be really, really extenuating circumstances for late work, okay? And I'm not going to get into the what ifs and all that. This would be between you and I. You'd professionally come to me ahead of time and we'd talk it out, but very extenuating circumstances. Be honest in your work, don't cheat. We're online, and essentially what this statement says is that we're going to be respectful about what we see online. We're going to keep the things we discuss private. We're not going to cut and paste it and send it out to friends or talk about it at dinner, things like that. If you have a disability, please go ahead and talk to DRO, Disability Resource Office. There are things that I can do to help accommodate that disability if I'm aware of it, okay? If you have a disability and I don't get a statement from the DRO, then I cannot accommodate you because it wouldn't be fair to the other students. So even if you think you might not need to use the accommodations, go ahead, contact DRO, get them in place in case we need them at a certain time. Non-discrimination, we're not going to do that at all. We're going to be polite, no harassment, etc. So I've got a course schedule here. So I have you lined up with our 490 class. It's in person. So every Thursday, I'll start getting content out sooner. I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but it's a crazy time of year. But I'll start getting content out ahead of time. But Thursday is when our next sort of week starts. So Thursday, 8/22, the day after the first day of class, we're going over these things. And you'll have assignments for that week. Next week starts Thursday, the 29th, and so on. Okay, like I said, I'm going to do my best to get things loaded ahead of time. You're not going to see the whole semester and all the slides at once, and I apologize for that. Like I said, it's just been a crazy time, but I will eventually get everything up there for you. There are weeks where there are no class topics. That's because we're not having class in person. So I decided to do you all the favor of kind of having that break as well. Career Fair is October 3rd. We'll talk about that later, but go ahead and make note of that. I'll be there, so check in with me there. Next week is fall break. On Halloween, no class topic. I'm giving that day the class off because we wouldn't end till 5, so I'm giving it to y'all too. 11/7, we will get to that. We'll determine what we're going to chat about then. It might be a lighter week, but I'm going to take feedback and cues from you all. What are you still confused about that we've already covered? So we'll be drilling down on some of those a bit. Now your assignments. So classwork is worth 15 points, and that's going to be your video discussion boards. This is a video system you can use. I use Screencast-O-Matic. There's tons. I'm blanking on them right now. But you record a video of yourself. Some people make slides to go with it. Some just chit-chat. You prepare ahead of time, okay? And you don't have them every week. I've identified which week you have those with due dates and due dates and times, and I've included your prompts. So essentially, week 1 by 8/23, you're going to have fulfilled this one right here, introducing yourself. And then by 8/27, you're going to respond to one classmate, and y'all try to hit the ones that maybe you don't know or the ones who don't have responses yet, okay? Make everyone feel included, and you're going to talk to them. Each video should be, I'd say, 2 to 5 minutes long. I think I have further down, actually, 3 to 5. Let's see. Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes long, okay? And show evidence of preparation. Not a lot of ums, no distractions. Don't stare off into space. So make a few notes. Practice it in your head aloud, a couple times, and then record. Okay, here's some other ones. Jing is a great one. That's easy. Screencast is just the easiest one I've found. You download the software, you record. You download it to YouTube if you're using Screencast, and then share the link in your post. And I will do a sample of that for you guys and just, get that posted as well. And look, these are the weeks again that they're identified in your prompts, and they're going to have to do with what we're doing in class that week. You've got your resume, and I will cover these all in depth later. This is a really brief overview. Resume assignment, you're going to have someone in Cal's Career Services review your resume. And we are going to have a day where folks are in class and can do that. If you are a distant student, now I don't mean taking this as a distant student, but you live around here, but you're way far out of town, communicate that to me. We'll come up with an alternative for who can revise your resume. But otherwise, you're going to submit to me an updated version of your resume, your first version, and a copy of the resume that the person in Cal's Career Services revised for you. Okay, so again, I'll give you more detail, and you see the point breakdown. You don't have much time on this from when we start to cover resumes, but again, we'll have a date where you can drop it at any point and have that reviewed by a Cal's career coach. I'll get that to you as we get closer. But time management, guys. If you know the week of September 15th and the week before is busy for you and you've got a resume, maybe you want to go ahead and get that looked at next week and have this assignment worked on. Focus on your time management. And I'll cover, again, this more in-depth later. Okay, second week, we're going to be covering life mission and goals. So you're going to submit some SMART goals. We're going to have mock interviews. You all are going to have to set up a mock interview with me by September 26th, and we'll practice out. Y'all don't need to be nervous about this. It's really an opportunity for you to practice. You can ask students that took the class with me online this summer. It's really chill. I deduct a little point here and there. I try to go with half points and quarter points because my main goal in this assignment is just to get you used to practicing for interviews and giving interviews. Cover letter, you're going to help each other edit those. And I really think having Cal's Career Services can help, but it's not required here. Go into more detail later. And you'll see how the semester's front stacked because we want to get these things done. Look, 9/29 before 10/3, the career fair. Then you're going to do job analysis, informational interviews. You can see the breakdown of that here and submit those. Those are in November. And lastly, I think I have it listed as 30 points, but it should actually be 40. I'll have to fix that later. I'm sorry. You're going to create a digital portfolio, and I'm not going to get heavy into depth into that right now. I'll cover that as we're gaining momentum in the semester. But basically everything we go through. So once I grade your resume and send it back to you, you're going to edit it again and create a website. You know, there's all these different free places right here that you can do that. Your cover letter, after I review it and grade it and send it back to you, you have more edits, make the edits. You're going to upload that. Kind of an overview of who you are as an employee. What are your strengths? What are your goals? How do your career goals relate to your life mission? And then a reference page where you include 2 written professional references. You need to have those references on hand for jobs, so it'll help you kind of get on that as well, and you're going to have to work ahead to have those done. You can get creative with the page. I'll cover this again more in depth later. Maybe it is 30 points. I'm going to go back, sorry y'all, and double check the points so that the syllabus you have in the system is the most updated. Again, apologies. And that's what we have for just a syllabus overview. Again, I'll double check points and make sure I've done math correctly. If you have syllabus questions, once again, put those in the frequently asked question, or if they're personal, send me an email.